today young people they use uh, like phone, to
Yes.
Facebook,
Yes, absolutely.
Twitter, and
Yes.
all kind of things. How can your ministry involved with the kind of communication?
Excellent. One thing we found within the last 2 years is teenagers rarely check email. And in adult culture, you and I,
Yes,
the easiest way to get a hold of each other is through email.
yes,
And although students usually have an email address,
I
they
see.
don't check it with the same regularity.
I
And so
see.
we've moved in our communication to a text-based system that we utilize. We use a website that is called textsignal.com,
I see.
TXT
Mm,
Signal.
I see.
There's no E, I don't know why,
I
but
see.
TXT Signal. And we use that to communicate with students and have had much better results with that.
Oh, I see.
And it's been a great system, and we use that quite a bit. We have been using Facebook quite a bit more, recognizing that the majority of our students are on there. It's a great platform. It's never the same as being eye to
I
eye
see.
with someone,
Yes.
but there's some great relational ministry opportunities. A lot of times we'll see our students posting, "Today was the worst day," or I had such,
Oh, I
and
see.
it's a chance to follow up and go, "Hey,
I
tell me
see.
what's
Yeah.
going on."
Yeah.
I've had some great pastoral
Oh, I
conversations
see.
over Facebook, so
Mhm.
that's been great.
How often you check the Facebook to communicate?
I'm bad. I don't check it that often, but and honestly, I think I consider that a negative. I think I need to be looking at it more often,
Yes.
not as a time waster,
Yes.
but to realize that it's an opportunity to meet students where they're at, to be in an environment where they are and comfortable. I would think it's so easy to do. I think I should be in the habit of using it daily. Our
Oh,
leaders who
I
are
see.
best, even just to log on once a day and look
Mhm.
through, look for the students who you know and care for, see how they're doing.
I see.
I think that's worth it.
Do you have any goal for the young people growing to like leadership to some kind of model or growth?
Great. We have a program we call our student leadership program, where we encourage our teenagers to be involved in leadership, and we always make it our goal. More than leadership, our
Mm.
goal as a ministry is that when students graduate from high school,
Mm-hmm.
they would not graduate from their faith in Christ.
Oh, I see.
And we know so many students are so well connected inside a youth group,
Mm-hmm.
but they haven't learned to stay connected
Mhm.
outside of that one group. So once they're called to move outside of that, they don't know where to go. Maybe they try one church and they don't like it, and so they go, it's not the same, and they give up. A healthy student we know is one who we raise up to go out and know it's not their job to have a church that's just going to feed them, but it's
I
their
see.
job to go and love
I see.
and grow a church. And our student leadership program focuses more intensely on that. Really, if I was going to sum up our leadership program in one word,
Oh, I see.
it's serve.
Oh,
Serve is the one thing we say.
I see.
It's not who's the loudest. It's not the most popular.
Mhm.
We actually look at the students who are leaders at their school and leaders in their sports and say, we want to make sure you're here for the right reason, because usually in church culture, who we pull out and say, "Oh, you always talk, you always do things, you should be a leader,"
Oh, I see.
it's not the way that Christ called us to
I see,
lead.
yeah.
Christ called us to lead quietly and without recognition and behind the scenes. And so we want to recognize the students whose heart reflect that.
Oh, I
And
see.
we think, just as Christ said, that the least shall be greater, that these are the types of students we
I
want to
see.
set as models. So, great.
Wonderful. And the young people like to celebrate during the weekend and they go to other party. But how a Christian can celebrate the weekend? How
Great.
it makes?
We have a ton of fun. In fact, our weekend service, it's our goal that our Christian students would bring their non-Christian friends.
Oh, I see.
So our service, we have a ton of fun. We have music and games and a
Yeah.
ton of laughter is a lot of our
Oh,
style.
great,
And there's
yeah.
lots of different styles that work well for places. But one thing we really want to focus on is that teenagers a lot of times think church has to be boring.
Okay.
And so what we want to do is make sure students know church doesn't have to be boring. Jesus was never somebody who was boring. In fact, he was always surprising and shocking people with what he said.
Oh.
So we want to create an environment where they could come, relax, have fun, A lot of times our services happen on Saturday night.
Mhm.
Students will go out with their friends to dinner
Yeah.
and the movies
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah.
We create a family culture where it's more than just come to church and leave. You have to create that environment of enjoying hanging out,
Oh.
enjoying doing life together.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
I appreciate your ministry
No
this year,
problem.
and I think God will help you and
Thank
make
you.
great leaders of the world. And
Hi, everybody. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Thank
예.
you.
오늘 your name is Jake.
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 Yeah.
And Jake 목사님, 유스 미니스트리 목사님 만나셨는데 오늘 좋은 날을 맞았습니다. 그래서 앞으로 우리 한인교회들도 이렇게 젊은이들에게 향한 좋은 결과가 있기를 바랍니다. 감사합니다. Thank you.